Uh, I'm trying to make this a daily thing, kind of like a daily blog, but it's like I just can't think of anything majorly to complain about this morning. I'm not kidding. It's just, I did catch episode 5 of Peacemaker. I'm going to watch episode 5 of Boba Fett tonight if I get around to it. And so for you folks who are asking, um, yeah, it's like 23 degrees out here this morning, and it's like, wow, it's a tropical heat wave compared to the last couple days or so. So, and it's Friday, and I don't have to work Saturday, so I just don't have anything to complain about. I'm not kidding, I just really don't. Um, Somebody just pulled in front of me. Can you tell? I just hope I ain't head too far. Oh, well. So, what's everybody up to this morning? Like I said, there's nothing really to complain about today. I actually was looking around online, and I'm like, I just got nothing to really go off about. It's been a good couple days. Things are pretty much status quo. I guess Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker are still killing Doctor Who, even though they haven't worked on it since October 13th of last year. I know there's a lot of people who are excited about the fact Jodie's going to be, at the con coming up. I think that's London Film and Comic Con February. And I'm just hoping the naysayers don't even dare to show up. You see, that's the funny thing about a lot of the naysayers and all that. They keep claiming they've got this huge majority who, don't, that are, marching alongside them in this imaginary, civil war of Doctor Who because it's been so divisive. And I'm like, ugh. That's one thing we got into. That's right. It does remind me of something. Yeah, if you haven't been to Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, go to their YouTube channel. They're on Facebook and all that. And I was on there this past week, and there's people out there, and like I said, I don't think they're doing it to be, on purpose, but there's still this myth going around that Russell T Davies was brought in as damage control. And I'm like, I had to put a snuff on that. And it's like, I don't like doing that, but you can't let that stuff go. If you let that weed grow, it's gonna just run around out there. And it's like, that's not what happened. It's like, for you folks who are in the know, Chris Chibnall's been looking for a replacement for over a year because he knew he wasn't going to renew his contract and stay on. Look at the abuse this guy's gotten. He tries to give the fans what they want, and they throw it back in his face. And they're like, Doug Frieda, what are you talking about? And I said, here's the thing. Doctor Who, when, Capaldi and all them are on their way out, and I don't blame them one bit. I haven't seen Around the World in 80 Days yet, but I do know about it because I've been plugging the articles about it over on the Dr. Freedom Facebook channel. But the thing is, great, now I sidetracked myself. I hate when that happens, because then I never get back on track. It's kind of sad, ain't it? But all right, but yeah. So back, that's right, Chibnall. He'd been looking for a replacement for over a year, and nobody wants the job because, as I said, he tried to give the fans what they wanted. Plus, as we got to the end of the Capaldi era, and like I said, I don't blame Peter Capaldi and I don't blame Stephen Moffat, but the overnight ratings, like I said, they averaged about 5.5 million or something in that last series. And it's like, for one, they took a year off beforehand, and that's another thing they got to stop doing. They got to start putting this series out consistently if they want to keep those numbers up. And then what did they do after series 11? They came out, scored damn near 8 million viewers average for the whole season. They took a year off because they wanted to focus on Sherlock, was the story I kept hearing. And I'm like, so you're going to put your main attraction to bed for something that you're going to get intermittently if you're lucky, because your two main stars are both doing major motion pictures and will just do Sherlock whenever they feel like it. That made no sense to me at all, despite the popularity of Sherlock. I quit watching Sherlock after season 2. And that's because after I heard about that whole thing about they put this whole time, money, and all that into this special, well, it was all in the Mind Palace. I'm sorry, but I don't like episodes like that where you can do this, and this, and then, well, it's all retcon because it didn't really happen. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Journey to the Center of My Disappointment. You had this whole episode, well, I can just press this big red button and we rewind back to the beginning. It's like, why? Because you're afraid to continue that particular thread? That's what irks me. So I don't like retcon storylines like that. Or they just, they go along and all that. But, so they come to the end of the Capaldi era, and it's like, well, you've got to do something different. You've got no choice. Now, Chibnall even came forward and said he wanted Capaldi to stay on, but he knew eventually the BBC wanted to go in a totally different direction. And I'll have to go find the article now. Great, because I just quoted it in a way. But you see what I mean? It's like everybody, I'm not kidding, everybody was like, I'm tired of the Daleks. So he didn't put them in the first season. The Cybermen are getting overused. So he didn't put them in the first season. He decided, okay, let's invent some new villains, okay? And then what did people do? They bitched. Well, at least this small little thing is. And the problem is, though, is when I go to cons, is what I was getting to the point of, which I got to do quickly because I got to go in a minute. Yeah, I loved Capaldi and Ardall and Bill Potts together. I really wish they'd gotten another season together, really. But the point is, oh, sheesh, I just lost track again. That's bad. I'm getting old. Or it's morning. Yeah, Pearl Mackie, a.k.a. Bill Potts. That's what I mean. Ardall, who was played by Matt Lucas. I was referring to him by character name. But that's what he said. He goes, he did want Capaldi to hang around for a bit longer, but, I don't think the BBC did. I think the BBC dropped some hints at Capaldi to leave. That's my opinion. Like I said, I got no proof of that, but I think he was pushed out by the guys on floor 6 because they wanted to get the new agenda in quickly. But look, it worked. It brought worldwide attention back to the show. And then, of course, the second that Whittaker was announced as the Doctor, all slice of the fans went apeshit. And they've been going apeshit now for years. And it's like, I'm still watching them go apeshit. And I'm like, guys, 2 more specials. 2 more specials and they're gone. Matter of fact, they're technically already gone. They left back on October 13th. That was the final day. Also, here's the other one. And great, I can't believe I forgot about this till now because I got like 2 minutes to get in the door. Jodie Whittaker's Regeneration's been snubbed due to low ratings. Folks, ratings are down across the board on UK drama except for Around the World in 80 Days. And that's because, big event, you got Tenet in there and all that. And of course, it's something that's brand new and all whatnot. And it's like, people are going, look, he can still score $8 million. Yeah, but he's not playing the Doctor, is he? There's not going to be a Fugitive Doctor spin-off show. I really don't see it happening. Because, like I said, you had tens and tens and tens of thousands of fans demanding that there would be a 8th Doctor Adventure series after McGann appeared in the 50th anniversary year with Night of the Doctor, and Moffat and the BBC came out and said it would be too confusing. It would draw away from the main show. And that's all they're concerned about. Well, folks, I got like a minute. I'm sorry. Great. I started off with nothing to rant about, and I invented something. Worrying. Oh, well. So please, like I said, oh yeah, Jodie Whittaker's regeneration thing snubbed after low ratings. It's complete bunk. It's balderdash. It's written in the mirror, and it's not even by. If it's not written by Nicola Methen, then don't bother reading it if it's in the mirror. Okay, because the last scene they filmed for Jodie Whittaker's era on the last day was her regeneration scene. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Nicola Methen. I do somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, if it's not written by her in the mirror and it regards Doctor Who, don't read it. Anything else, don't read it, really. But because she seems to know what she's talking about. Okay. Matter of fact, a lot of the things, but yeah, I get, if she's put out there, I can back up, and it's like, ugh. Okay, well, folks, like I said, don't believe the whole regeneration snub story. They've already filmed it. It's already in the can. What they're going to do after that, like I said, we're not sure. We've heard the Tenet story, but we'll have to sit back and find out, see if we get more on it. Well, folks, I have got to get in. I am running behind. So please, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind. Be safe. We'll see you all in the future, hopefully. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy your Friday.